37.
Yeah.
And that explains why there is no energy to deal with the government-owned entities, really. Many of them are not enterprises. There's no energy. You remember, it must be the KEPSA team and Abdikadir that wrote the report in 2015 on what needed to be done with this over 200 government. Since then, they have actually increased in number. You know, the other day we were just running, you know, like looking through even the funds, the separate funds from the consolidated fund. We have upwards of almost 80 funds, you know, that don't have the... So that tells you that this becomes then the political space where you reward. And interestingly, in the budget, all we see is a transfer. It's normally one line, transfer to other government agencies. 10 billion, 20 billion, you know, 15 billion, you know. And when you put that money together, you are talking of almost a third of our budget is actually going to those entities. When you corroborate with the numbers, you know, assuming the president did not tell us whether Sunday and Saturdays were included, of the 2 billion, you're talking of about 700 billion. That's almost equivalent to your deficit and the entire budget that is given to the state corporations.
And the budget for development.
And the budget for development. So are you saying everything you borrow, it's actually what you borrow? And you see, so without dealing with corruption and the theft of public resources, because I think we give it very lousy names, it's just theft of public resources, you know. Without dealing with that, it means that you're expanding the budget, but every extra shilling in this budget, every extra collection in this budget will, first of all, go to repaying debt, which we are saying we need to ask questions about, you know, including who is being paid to. But more importantly, you are also then saying the rest of the money will actually get lost. And that's when now you start seeing we have delays in capitation, we have delays in, you know, sending medicine and buying, you know, drugs, we have delays in critical, I think you know, even I think some point we wanted our armed men to buy their own lunch, you know, to pay for their own food in the barracks, you know, and the like. So you have all those things happening, not because you don't have money. I think it's important for us to make it very clear. It's not that we don't have money. Our revenue has actually been growing, even in this constrained environment, average 10% year on year. Very few Kenyans have had their salary grow with 10% year on year. Our taxation, our contribution is going up year on year at 10%. So it's not that you don't have money. And I think it's in this show I said we don't have a revenue problem. Never had. But without dealing with corruption, and without dealing with how you prioritize, and because the budget we are talking right now is an election budget, it's a campaign budget. You know, all the things you see in there are largely targeted at making sure, you know, we are re-elected.
The hope also is that folks are using data and information